Have you ever felt like your life has been under constant attack? Like every time you take a step forward, something tries to pull you 2 steps back? You've prayed, you've fought, you've tried to do everything right. But still, the battles seem never ending. Why? What if I told you that your struggles aren't random? That the reason life has felt like a battlefield is because of who you are, because of what you carry inside you. Think about it. Do ordinary people face the kind of resistance you do? Do those without purpose attract the kind of opposition that follows you? No. The enemy does not waste time on those who pose no threat. Darkness only fights what it fears. And it fears you. You've felt it, haven't you? The weight of unseen forces working against you. The betrayals that came out of nowhere. The moments when people turned on you for no reason. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers right when you needed them most. The dreams that seemed so close, only to be snatched away. This is not a coincidence. This is not bad luck. This is spiritual warfare. Because you are not ordinary. You are chosen. From the day you were born, there has been something different about you. Something powerful. Something divine. You may not have seen it yet, but the enemy has. That's why the attacks have been relentless. That's why, no matter how much you try to blend in, life refuses to let you stay small. Because you were never meant to live an average life. Look back at everything you've endured. The struggles, the heartbreak, the moments when you thought you wouldn't make it. And yet, you're still here. Think about that. You're still standing. How many people could have gone through what you've been through and still be here? How many could have survived the betrayal, the rejection, the nights of loneliness and despair, and still have the strength to keep pushing forward? The fact that you're here, listening to this right now, means you are stronger than you know. The enemy wanted you to break. But instead, you became unshakable. The pain that was supposed to destroy you only made you stronger. The battles that were meant to silence you gave you a voice. The darkness that tried to consume you was forced to step back in the presence of your light. And that's why you felt so much opposition, because even demons recognize who you are. They see the power inside you. Even when you don't, they know that once you realize what you carry, once you step into your true identity, nothing will be able to stop you. So they try to break you before you discover your full strength. They send distractions, betrayals, delays, anything to keep you from rising. They try to make you doubt yourself, to question your worth, to believe that you're not good enough, that you're not strong enough. But here's the truth. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. You were meant to rise above. Everything you've been through has been preparation. Every struggle, every rejection, every battle, it wasn't happening to you. It was happening for you. Because now, you are no longer just someone who has survived. You are someone who has transformed. And the very forces that once tried to destroy you now have no choice but to respect the warrior you have become. This is your moment. This is your time to rise. Because what comes next will show the world just how unstoppable you truly are. Have you ever wondered why your life has been filled with so much struggle? Why, no matter how hard you try, it feels like something is always pushing against you? Why the people you trusted the most have turned against you? Why doors have slammed shut when you were right on the verge of breakthrough? This is not a coincidence. It's a pattern that reveals a deeper truth, one that has been hidden from you for too long. The reason behind your battles is simple. You are chosen. From the moment you were born, there was something different about you. Something powerful. You weren't meant to live a small, ordinary life. You weren't created to blend in. You weren't supposed to follow the crowd. To be just another face in the world. Forgotten and unnoticed. No, your purpose is too great for that. And the enemy saw it before you did. Before you even realized who you were. Before you discovered your calling. Darkness already knew your name. It saw your potential, your strength, your divine authority, and it became afraid. That's why the attacks started early. Look back at your life. Can you see it now? The way the enemy tried to break you before you even had the chance to rise? The betrayals that came out of nowhere. The rejections that made no sense. The hardships that seemed unfair. Unbearable. That was never an accident. See, the enemy doesn't fight what isn't a threat. It doesn't waste time on people who have no power. It doesn't bother with those who will never make an impact. But you carry something too powerful to be ignored. That's why the battles have been relentless. That's why you've faced so much resistance. It's because the calling on your life is too big to go unnoticed. Think about it. Why have you been betrayed by people you trusted? Because the enemy wanted to make you bitter. to close your heart, to make you afraid to trust again. Why have you faced rejection? Because the enemy wanted you to believe that you weren't good enough, that you weren't worthy, that you should just give up. Why has your life been filled with delays, obstacles, and setbacks? Because the enemy knew that if you ever stepped fully into your purpose, nothing could stop you. And so, they attacked you before you even had the chance to fight back. They tried to convince you that you were weak, that you were alone, that you would never make it. But here's the part they didn't expect: you didn't break. Every attack only made you stronger. Every rejection only pushed you closer to where you were meant to be. Every storm only deepened your roots, making you more unshakable than ever. What they meant for your destruction, God used for your transformation. Look at yourself now. The same battles that were supposed to destroy you have shaped you into something unstoppable. The people who tried to bring you down are now watching as you rise. The situations that were meant to silence you have only given you a louder voice. And now, the enemy is afraid, because you are starting to see the truth. You are beginning to realize that every battle had a purpose. That every tear, every heartbreak, every painful night, it was all leading you to this moment. You are no longer the same person who once doubted, who once questioned, who once felt lost. You are stepping into your power. And now, the forces that once tried to break you are being forced to recognize your strength. Because you are no longer just surviving, you are becoming unstoppable. Have you ever entered a room and felt the energy shift? Conversations slow. People glance at you and quickly look away, as if your presence makes them uneasy. Some avoid you altogether, while others try to challenge you, subtly undermining you, as if testing something they don't fully understand. You might have wondered why this happens. Is it something about your personality? Is it the way you carry yourself? No, it's much deeper than that. The truth is, the spiritual realm recognizes who you are before you do. Darkness knows when it's in the presence of someone who carries divine power. And it reacts. It doesn't matter if people consciously realize it or not. Those operating in darkness can sense the authority inside you. Think about the times you've walked into a space and suddenly felt resistance. A tension in the air. An invisible pressure. As if something is trying to push back against you. That's because it is. Darkness cannot stand in the presence of light. And when you walk into a place, your spirit disrupts what was hidden. This is why some people who once embraced you now avoid you. It's why certain relationships have fallen apart without explanation. It's why you've experienced moments where people suddenly turn on you, as if something in them is reacting to something in you. Even the demons recognized Jesus before he spoke. When he entered a place, they didn't wait for him to say anything. They knew who he was and trembled. The same thing is happening to you now. Even if you don't fully realize it, the closer you get to stepping into your full authority, the more obvious it becomes. This is also why your battles have been more intense than those around you. Have you ever looked at people who don't seem to struggle the way you do? They take the easy route, follow the crowd, and nothing seems to push against them. Meanwhile, your life has been a constant battlefield. Doors that should have opened were slammed shut. Opportunities that seemed certain were snatched away. The moment you get close to a breakthrough, something comes to block it. It's because you are a threat. The enemy does not waste time on people who pose no danger. It fights the ones who have the power to change things, the ones with a calling so great that, if they ever stepped into it fully, nothing could stop them. And yet, despite everything that has been thrown at you, you're still here. Look back at everything you've endured. Every betrayal, every rejection, every attack. It was supposed to break you. It was supposed to silence you. But instead, it made you stronger. You didn't just survive, you became unshakable. The very thing that was meant to destroy you became the fire that refined you. And now, even the enemy recognizes that you are no longer the same. This is why people act differently around you now. Why some can't look you in the eye. Why others, without knowing why, feel uneasy in your presence. It's because your spirit carries a weight they cannot ignore. You no longer have to fight to prove yourself. Your presence alone commands respect. And even the forces that once tried to destroy you now have no choice but to acknowledge the authority you carry. Something inside you has changed. You can feel it, can't you? The battles that used to drain you don't affect you the same way anymore. The wounds that once held you captive no longer have control over your emotions. The things that once broke you now serve as proof of your strength. You are no longer who you used to be. But this transformation didn't happen overnight. It wasn't easy. It was forged in fire, shaped through pain, and refined through seasons of isolation. You didn't just wake up one day stronger, you were built through everything you have endured. And now, whether you realize it or not, you carry something that even darkness respects. Look back at your life. Think of the battles you fought, the storms you survived, the moments you thought you wouldn't make it. There were nights when you cried out, begging for relief, questioning why the struggle never seemed to end. There were days when the weight of life felt unbearable, when betrayal cut so deep you wondered if you'd ever trust again. But somehow, despite it all, you're still here. Not only did you survive, you have transformed. There was a time when rejection crushed you, when every door that closed felt like a personal failure, when loneliness made you question your worth. But now, rejection no longer wounds you the same way. You've come to understand that closed doors were never a punishment, they were protection. The people who left were never meant to walk with you into this new season. The betrayals weren't meant to break you, they were meant to reveal who was truly for you. You are beginning to see the bigger picture now. Before, you used to ask, why is this happening to me? But now, you see the truth. Everything that happened was preparing you. Every setback strengthened your endurance. Every disappointment sharpened your discernment. Every loss made room for something greater. You don't react the way you used to. Things that once triggered you now roll off your back. Situations that once would have left you broken now only make you stand taller. It's not because you stopped caring, it's because you outgrew the battles that were once meant to destroy you. When God calls someone to something greater, they cannot remain the same. The refining process is painful, but necessary. You had to be stripped of everything that was holding you back, the doubt, the fear, the people who were draining you, the habits that kept you stuck. You were not meant to stay in a place of smallness. You were always meant to rise. And now, you carry something different. People can feel it. They may not understand it, but they recognize it. Some are drawn to you, sensing the peace and strength you exude. Others are uncomfortable around you, though they can't explain why. It's because your presence is no longer ordinary. You have stepped into something greater, and the spiritual realm knows it. You see, darkness doesn't just fight anyone. It fights threats. There was a time when the enemy tried to break you because it saw what you were becoming before you did. It sent distractions, delays, betrayals, and heartbreaks, all to keep you from stepping into your true power. The enemy thought that if it could wear you down early, you'd never discover your true strength. But here you are, still standing, still rising. And now, even the enemy knows it has lost its grip on you. The chains that once held you no longer fit. The lies that once kept you small no longer have a hold on your mind. The weight of your past no longer burdens you. You have outgrown everything that was meant to keep you bound. That is why certain things don't reach you the way they used to. That is why certain people who once had influence over you no longer do. That is why doors that once seemed impossible to open are now being unlocked with ease. Because you have transformed. You are not the same person who once second-guessed their worth. You are not the same person who once needed validation from others. You are not the same person who once allowed fear to dictate their steps. You have become unshakable. This is why you sense a shift in your spirit. This is why you feel different. Because you are different. The version of you that once felt weak no longer exists. You have walked through the fire and come out refined, stronger, and wiser. And now, the world will see it too. Because you are no longer just surviving. You are stepping fully into who you were always meant to be. As we reflect on the profound truths shared today, I want to take a moment to engage with you. My beloved community, your journey, your struggles, and your victories are not just your own. They resonate with so many others who may be feeling lost or overwhelmed. If this message has touched your heart, I invite you to join me in declaring your faith and embracing your identity as God's chosen ones. First, I encourage you to leave a comment below. Simply type 77 if you feel this message resonates with you. This isn't just a number, it's a declaration of unity among those who understand the divine purpose in their lives. By sharing this simple affirmation, you're not only acknowledging your own journey but also encouraging others to do the same. When we express ourselves, we create a community of support and strength, reminding one another that we are not alone in our battles. If you found inspiration in today's message, please take a moment to like this video. Your likes are more than just a number, they serve as a powerful declaration of faith. Each like represents a commitment to rise above challenges, to embrace your true identity, and to stand firm in the knowledge that you are chosen and powerful. Let your actions speak for you, showing the world that you are ready to walk into your divine purpose. Additionally, consider sharing this message with someone who needs encouragement, whether it's a friend, family member, or even someone you know online. Sharing the light can have a ripple effect. You never know how a simple act of sharing can uplift someone who might be struggling in silence. By spreading this message, you are becoming a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for others who may be feeling lost in darkness. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Joining our community means that you'll receive ongoing messages of empowerment, support, and inspiration. This journey is just beginning, and together, we can continue to grow stronger in faith and purpose. By subscribing, you ensure that you won't miss out on future content that can help you navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. As you engage with this content, remember that your voice matters. Each comment, like, and share contributes to creating a community that uplifts and empowers. Let's make it a space where we can openly discuss our struggles and triumphs, supporting one another as we walk in our divine calling. You are not just a viewer, you are a vital part of this movement. Finally, as we close this segment, I want you to take a moment to reflect on your journey. Every trial you've faced has been a stepping stone, shaping you into the person you are today. Embrace your struggles as part of your testimony, and let them fuel your passion for helping others. Together, we can turn our pain into purpose, our struggles into strength, and our darkness into light. So, let's rise together. Comment 77, like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more uplifting content. Your engagement creates a beautiful tapestry of faith, resilience, and hope. Let's continue to support one another as we walk in the light and embrace our roles as God's chosen ones. As we come to the end of this transformative journey, I want you to take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. You are not merely a survivor of your trials, you are a warrior forged by fire. Every challenge you've faced has been a stepping stone, shaping you into the person you are today. You may have felt the weight of darkness pressing against you, but remember, it has only served to highlight the light within you. You are entering a new season in your life, one where your struggles transform into strength. This is not just a hopeful sentiment, it is a powerful truth rooted in the divine purpose that has been placed within you. The darkness that once sought to overwhelm you now recognizes your power and bows before you. Can you feel that shift? It's as if the universe is realigning itself to honor your journey and the resilience you've shown. You are God's chosen one, a beacon of hope and strength, and it's time to embrace that identity fully. Each scar you carry tells a story of triumph over adversity. They are not signs of weakness but badges of honor that showcase your faithfulness and determination. Your journey has not been in vain. Every tear shed and every heartache endured has prepared you for this moment. You are stepping into a new chapter where the challenges that once seemed insurmountable are now mere opportunities for growth. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the atmosphere shift because of the divine energy you carry. Your presence alone is powerful enough to disrupt negativity and inspire those around you. You are not just an ordinary individual, you are a force of nature, capable of transforming lives. This is your calling, to shine brightly in a world that desperately needs your light. As you move forward, remember that the battles you've faced have refined you, much like gold is purified in fire. Each moment of distress has contributed to your strength, and now is the time to wield that strength with confidence. You have been tested, but you did not break. Instead, you emerged more unshakable, more resolute, and more powerful than ever before. Now, I challenge you to step into this truth. Embrace the idea that you are no longer defined by your past struggles but by your unwavering faith and the victories you've achieved. Your journey is a testament to the greatness that God has instilled in you. Don't shy away from your calling, instead, rise to meet it with courage and conviction. Think about the lives you can touch with your story. Your journey is not just for you, it serves as a guiding light for others who may be walking through their own valleys of despair. When you share your experiences, you inspire others to rise alongside you. You become a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for those still wandering in the dark. Let your life be a declaration of faith. Stand firm in the knowledge that you are equipped to overcome any obstacle. The universe is conspiring in your favor. And every setback you face is an opportunity for a comeback. You are not simply a participant in this journey. You are the author of your own story. And it's time to write a narrative filled with empowerment, strength, and divine purpose. As you take each step forward, visualize the divine light enveloping you, radiating protection and unshakable confidence. This is not just a metaphor, it's a spiritual reality. You have the power to invoke this light through intentional prayer and a heart aligned with God's purpose. Remember, darkness trembles at the presence of divine light, and you carry that light within you. So, are you ready to step into your true power? Are you ready to walk boldly into your destiny and inspire others with your journey? The world needs what you have to offer. Your light is unquenchable, and your presence is undeniable. Stand tall and embrace the warrior that you are, because this is just the beginning of a beautiful transformation. Together, let's declare that we are chosen, powerful, and destined for greatness. Let's move forward with the understanding that every struggle we've faced has only prepared us for this moment. You are a force to be reckoned with, and even the darkest forces know your name. Embrace your power, shine your light, and watch as the world transforms around you.